Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. Here's another video panel, second panel of 8. There are two rows of 4, and this covers Ray Allen up through Ivy Paul Andrews. So very eclectic. As you can see, starts with basketball, ends with baseball, but all the sports are mixed up in alphabetical order. But you can follow along if you come and visit. So it's in my card room. So first off, Ray Allen, the greatest, up until very recently, the greatest three-point shooter in the NBA, even though Steph Curry's passed him up. He is probably always going to be a member of my card wall of fame. I've got another Ray Allen here. I've got some others, but this, nothing special. I'll probably switch to his... that pre-rookie, the first one, shows his sophomore year, but there's one that came after his freshman year, and I'll look for that. I may have that somewhere. Second is Roberto Alomar. This is a super tough card, the Crusade Red. So it's not for sale, but he probably will not. It'll eventually be for sale because he's not going to be on the wall forever, but it's a very tough card, numbered to 25, and you know, I don't know how many Robbie Alomar collectors are out there anymore. Walt Alston, again, he will not be on the wall forever, but this is just, at one time I was starting my wall as Baseball Hall of Famers, and so he's a worthy Hall of Famer as a manager, certainly not as a player, but he'll probably get knocked out of off the wall. You know, his autograph is not that tough. You know, what the problem with autograph collectors is that just when somebody died, if you died in the 60s or the 70s, you know, anything before the 80s or the 90s when collecting kind of caught on more, those autographs are tougher. But Alston, not easy, but not that tough either. Another card that'll probably always be on the wall, Lance Allworth, Bambi. I really enjoyed watching him. I like the set. I think it's a very clean set, and you know, like I said, I'll definitely keep this 63 Fleer. I think an underrated set anyway. Lila Azulado, not my favorite, but again, at one point I was looking for football Hall of Famers, or you know how that's going to go. And Lila Azulado will not be on the wall for much longer. This is not a great card, but it's just there as a placeholder. Sparky. I like Sparky okay. Again, as a Pirate fan, he was the Pirates' nemesis back in the 70s then. But this is an SSBC card, which were just made, you know, literally made for autographing. So I had a bunch of those autographed. Tried to get the complete set. Again, extremely tough to do that. But again, Sparky may not be on the wall. The tie might go to their playing ability, not their announcing or their managing ability. But Sparky, again, worthy Hall of Famer, and he's on the wall for now. My favorite card of this panel of 8, Andre the Giant. Again, watched him wrestle. I think it'll always be on there. When I have people and they look at stuff, they're immediately drawn to Andre the Giant, even though the card is slightly oversized. It's more than 2.5 by 3.5 as that set is, but he's the original oversized guy. So that and Hulk Hogan are both on the wall from the Wrestling All-Stars set. So that's Andre. And then last one on the wall is this Ivy Paul Andrews. And I noticed something. It's on there. He'll probably always be on the wall, even though he was not a great pitcher. But he is the chase card, one of the first chase cards from those 30 sets where the companies realized if they make one card more difficult, then these kids that want to send in for the redemption offer are going to be buying without getting one. So this was the tough guy. Now, as I've done more sleuthing on this, is that there may be a reason he's pictured in a Yankee cap, but on the back he's listed as a member of the Red Sox. Well, he was traded, you know, in the middle of the season, I think, in 32 from the Yankees to the Red Sox. So it's possible they held him out because they didn't have a picture of him in or or a drawing or some way they'd already had the work done perhaps from earlier in the year. So that's Ivy Andrews. Again, very tough card, pretty impossible and then lastly, not on the wall, but a candidate was from the Tim Getz theory of collecting is that I didn't play against Sonny, but I played against his son. His son was, I don't know, 10 years younger than me. So when he was, well, maybe less than 10, but when he was the coach at SMU, his 15-year-old son came over, who was a good college player eventually. But Sonny was run and gun, and, you know, his son was perpetual motion up and down the court. So Tim Getz, yes, I played against Sonny's son, and that's he's probably not going to make the wall, but it's an interesting thing. And then lastly, thanks sponsors. Always enjoy giving a shout out to companies that I respect. So keep up the good work, everybody. Enjoy the hobby, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another video.